Hello, it's the next day. So I've acquired a gearbox and I'm about to put it in the car. So I'm working out how I can do this the easiest way possible because I don't have a super long extension here. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to take the shifter out and then I'm going to put the car up in the air and then undo basically as much as I can and work out if I'm going to be able to drop the box out underneath and then pull it through. The only issue is I don't know if I'll have enough height to pull it like actually out and then be able to put the other one in, so I'm going to have to measure the length of the box to see if I can get it out one of these cavities, and if I can then I'll pull it all out on the truck. It'll be like a hoist. If not, I'll undo as much as I can underneath the car and just basically leave 2 bolts in for the bell housing, and then I'll push the car off the back, jack it up on jack stands, and pull the rest out on the ground. So yeah, that's my strategy. About to pull the shifter out, then I'll put it up in the air and let's keep getting into it. Alright, I got the shifter out. Let's see how much shit comes out of this. Big chunky boys. Oh. I'll wait for this to drain out and then I'll take the slave off and then I'll drop the tail shaft out and then I'll undo the gearbox bolts, and actually I'll probably take the exhaust off after that, and then I'll undo the gearbox bolts and might be able to drop it down and then maybe out through one of these crevices, or I actually think I'm going to be able to get it off under here or out of under here. So yes, that's Nishwali. Alright, let's keep going. Just got the car back. I tried to take the box out here, but I couldn't fit the gearbox between these rails. Well, thankfully I measured it first, and I was like, that's not going to fit out there. So I was like, I'd still like it in the air so it's not annoying. So I've got my jack stands under the front, Bridget's jack stands under the back. I've backed it all the way back, and then we've been able to slide the box out through the bottom. There's the old box, here's the new one. I'm just swapping everything over at the moment, so I've got to put the new throw-out fork and bearing in, and then I'll need to swap the shifter springs, because I've got GK Tech shifter springs in this one. Swap them, and then swap the gearbox cross member and the speed sensor, and then once that's done, this one can go back in. Did find some shavings in the bell housing that are slightly concerning, these little johnnies. So hoping that the clutch is okay, feels okay, but yeah, we'll swap everything over and then we'll slide it back under the car, get it in, and then go test it tonight to make sure it's good for Matsuri tomorrow. Night time now. It is. What time is it? How do I find the time out of my phone? What's going on here? 6:52. Just about to put the new box in. That's everything swapped over. I'll double check everything first to make sure it is all there, and then I'll slide it on that bit of wood there underneath the car so it doesn't scratch the ground, and then I'll lift it up and into the car and bolt it all back together. Excited. Box is in, everything is done up. I just need to do the exhaust flange up and then fill it with oil and put the shifter back in, and it's done. It's 7:48, so making good progress. And then I've got to pull it, well, I can just drive it slightly forward and then drive the truck forward so that I can put the ramps actually down and get it off, because there's no need for me to take the truck tomorrow. And then we're going to Yakiniku King for dinner. I am so keen. Job done. It is 8:20. Gonna have a shower, I'm gonna go eat some dinner, and then I'll get that off in the morning. 11:23, it's the next day. I did fill the box last night, but I'm just going to put the shifter in now, and then change this V-band and wastegate seat, and then we're ready to go. So, finish the car off now. Looking like a bit of a shit show out here, stuff everywhere. And then we can head to Matsuri. Didn't want to get there too early this morning, as I will be driving till midnight tonight, so no rush to get in the gate. Let's go do some skids. Just got the gate off. If you guys do remember from my Mayhan video, I broke this V-band and the gate fell off and the seat fell out. So I messaged the guys from G1gp Japan and they sent me out a seat, which is great. That goes in there like that, and it preloads the diaphragm so that it's seated, or it's actually the correct term for it is a valve seat. And they've sent me out a new V-band as well, so yeah, we'll get this back on the car and then we can be driving at full power again. Thanks so much, guys. Unfortunately, the V-band that I ordered is, as you can see here, 45 wastegate in, 45 wastegate out. I needed a 45 wastegate in. So I've put the seat in and I've rotated the V-band around so that the missing piece is actually at the bottom, so that the weight of the screamer and the gate isn't pulling it like off the top, because it was at the top last time and that pulled the wastegate off that way. So it's at the bottom this time and the top, and it's flipped around as well, so where actually all the weight of the gate technically will be is down in that bottom corner, and that's where the piece is missing. So I'm hoping that I started up and it sounds okay, and it's not leaking, and I hope that I can drive the weekend on it like this. I'll message you guys from GCG now and say, hey, I'm a douche and I ordered the wrong thing, can I possibly send it back and get another one sent out? We'll see. Alright, let's start the car up, see if there's no exhaust leaks, and then we'll get it off this and we'll clean up and then we'll head to the track. Well, horrible news, guys. The clutch is fucked. That's the fresh gearbox in there. Not stoked out of 10. So let's basically now pull the box back out of the car, see if I can get a clutch disc for it. Can't say I can be bothered if I'm honest. Hello. So it's been a morning working out what I'm going to do. My friend Shane has a 25 box conversion that I'm going to pick up on the way back to my place from Bridget's house. But he's in Tokyo, which is 4 hours away. And I was like, I could go and get that, seeing as I need to take the gearbox out of the car again anyway, and I may as well just put the whole 25 box conversion in there. And then I was like, that's going to be a whole day, and I really want to drive tonight. It's like, this is nice and cool, and North Course is super fun at night. So I'm like, we'll go look for a clutch disc, I think. And then we're just like, yeah, let's just go to an up garage and look like the closest one and just see. So I jumped on the up garage website, found a couple of clutches, and was like, all right, yeah, we'll go bounce around, see if there's maybe something not listed on the website. Right. Got to the up garage and it was like, there's not one here, but there's one an hour away from here. So then Bridget and I were going to go grab that one, which is just a standard clutch, and I was going to use that disc in the Nismo pressure plate and flywheel. And then I was like, oh, we'll go suss, speak to some of the guys at Ebisu and see if they have one. And we just spoke to Jono, and he was like, oh, we should have like just a disc here. It's not a Nismo one, but it's some other brand. They're about the same price as a Nismo disc anyway. And they've got like 10 of them there. So I was like, sweet, we'll just grab one of those. So we're just heading to the convenience now to get some cash, so we can give these guys some money, and then I'm going to go back to Bridget's place. She's going to change tyres, I think. Change tyres. And I am going to pull the gearbox back out of the car and pull the clutch out. So yes, I'm going to speak to the guys at PV when I get back to see if they happen to lend me a very long extension and either an input shaft or a clutch alignment tool, so I can just have it one bang aligned. If I can get a super long extension and get the clutch alignment tool, I should be able to do it quite quickly. If not, it'll take me probably 3 or 4 hours. So yes, let's hope. Just go to a family mart, get some cash, head back to Ebisu, pay these guys, see if we can get these tools, get back to Bridget's place and start yanking it apart again. Alright, back at Bridget's place now. Here's a new clutch disc. RG Racing Gear is the brand. Looks like a copper mix, See if I can show you guys the part number. There's the part number there. They're a little bit cheaper than a copper mix, like not by much, like $10. So let's hope this does the deed. We had to pull the shifter out, drain the box, take the exhaust off, take the tail shaft out, drop the back of the box down, jack the front of the motor up by the harmonic balancer, and then undo everything, pull the box out, then take the clutch off, put this one on, hopefully align it with my fingers, and then put it all back together so I can hopefully do some driving tonight. It is 4:38 in the afternoon. Ebisu runs till midnight tonight, so lots to do. Hopefully we can get it done before then and we can go do some skids. Wish me luck. 6:02. That'll do it. Let's put the new one in. 7:04. Car's ready to go. I'm going to drive it further up onto the truck, pack everything up into the car, and then I'll drive the truck forward, unload the car, and then we'll drive to Ebisu. It is 7:40. Car's finished, everything's packed up. Let's go do burnouts. Oh guys, 7:50 and we've finally made it. What a mission out of 10. Heading straight to North Course, because that's the only course that's open, and at least we can do skids for another 4 hours, which is great. Get a camera on the car and do some burnouts. I haven't really bed this clutch in because I've only just driven it to the track, but hopefully it will do its own thing as I'm drifting. Fingers crossed, send me some good luck. I need it. Alright, we're all unloaded, it's 8:05 and we are about to go out. Red flag, I think someone's crashed. Hopefully no one's hurt. Skids. That's the second intercooler pipe. Might need to get a new clamp. It's the one off the turbo. Alright, it's 8:45. We've gotten 3 laps in, blown the intercooler pipe twice. If it blows this time, I'm going to try find another clamp. I think there might be an issue with the breather in my gearbox because I'm leaking gearbox oil everywhere. But the car's going sick. And the intercooler pip's fixed. The car's hunting a bit, so I feel like it's got an exhaust leak. Oh, sorry, a vacuum leak somewhere, but yeah, other than that, it's ripping. I'm on 235 KR20s at the moment and they're feeling really good. Check this one. Oh yeah, heaps left. Yep. Oh. Well, what time is it? It is 9:53, 2 hours left. Let the car cool down and then we'll go back out. Alright guys, that's the end of that video. Unfortunately I didn't film me saying goodbye on that one. And I apologise for the horrible camera shake. When I ran my camera over, I broke the mount on it, and the new mount I got I think has just been really soft. So I've ordered a metal mount, and in those videos I've also had the protective case on it. So I will be taking that off because that's how I used to film. I think the protective case is maybe just a bit too heavy, causing the camera to kind of jump up and down in the way it's doing. So yeah, next video is Matsuri Day 2. It's daytime, you can see a lot more. Hope you guys tune in for that one. My apologies, it's taken me a while to get up, but yeah, with the camera footage that I have been watching, after 5 events I didn't watch any of the footage back until I finally started to try edit. I was like, I don't even want to post this stuff, but it's there. I'm putting it up. Hope you guys can bear with me. The next day is, yeah, Matsuri Day 2. And then after that, what do I have on? Oh, excuse me. After that, I am at SR20 Heritage at Fuji Speedway. Then the one after that is me driving Tsukuba. And then the one after that, well, that I drove Tsukuba like absolutely insane. Then the one after that is D1 Divisional, where I placed second. So you guys will get to see all of that in the upcoming videos. Hope everyone's well, and I'll talk to you guys soon.